welcome to another interesting class. On today's class, we'll be looking at this small portable generator. According to our client, the generator pulling is stuck. She can't pull. We don't know what's wrong with the gen at the moment. We think the starter could be part of the issues. It could be bad. It's probably the connecting rod, or maybe the piston and the rings is stuck in the cylinder wall. Without wasting much of your time, let's dive into it. Hey guys, welcome to another interesting class on Benco Institute, your small engine repair channel. I am Gideon, your technician for today. Alright, on today's class we'll be looking at this small portable generator, the cheapest generator available in the market. For this particular generator, we got it from our client, and according to our client, she said the generator pulling is stuck. She can't pull, and she has left the gen like this for over 5 months, and she just said we should help her fix it up. So in today's class, I have to be sincere, we don't know what's wrong with the gen at the moment. Although we have ideas, we think the starter could be part of the issues, it could be bad. We also have ideas as regards probably the connecting rod, or maybe the piston and the rings is stuck in the cylinder wall. Those are just assumptions. But to be sure of what we are going to do, and to be sure of what the problem is, we have to loose the gen properly. Without wasting much of your time, let's dive into it. Okay, first thing first, the gen is stuck. You can see the gen is stuck. The first thing first, we have to loose. We have to lose the gen. We have to look critically to see what exactly the issue is. Okay, I take off the tank, and then remember, after losing your bolts, keep them in a safe place. Oh, you see what I just found? Okay, this looks like the generator overheats, and this most of the times the effect of overheating a generator. When the generator overheats, it do melt this cover. It's called the top cylinder cover. What this does is just to enclose air while this flywheel in this starter end rotates. This particular part of the generator, this cover, enclose air so that the top cylinder is well ventilated. Okay, but as you can see now, this cover is burnt. It has melted. All right, so let's look further. Let's check the starter. We are trying to get access to the flywheel. Okay. Okay. The starter is very much okay. Okay, initially I said it could be from the starter. The starter is okay, but okay, this is still stuck. It rotates a little, but it's still stuck. Okay. We're trying to see what the problem is. Rotating with our hand. It rotates but still stuck. Everything now tends towards the piston and the rings. Okay, tends towards the piston and the rings. Why am I quite sure it's the piston and the rings now? Because we discovered the gen overheats, and then trying to rotate it, it gets stuck. it rotates but not very free. All right, let's take off the exhaust so we get access to the piston and the rings. Take off the exhaust, and then we take off the top cylinder. Don't forget, the top cylinder is that part of the engine that has the plug connected to it. This is the spark plug and this is the top cylinder. All right. While you lose the bolts and the nuts, please, wow, two chains really due for service. This is the top cylinder gasket taken out from this block here. This is the block. Okay. Yeah, the problem, if you look carefully, it rotates now. You get, if you look carefully, the flywheel is able to rotate. What that tells us now is, look at this place, please. Yeah, so they can see this place. Okay, what that tells us now is the engine is okay, but the block and the piston it has issues. It's faulty. Why do I know it has issues? Because it's stuck. It's difficult to pull out. On the norm, when you lose down to this point, it's not difficult to pull the block. But right now, it's stuck. The cylinder wall of this block has been affected, and that as well affected the piston. So we have to forcefully pull it out. We have to forcefully pull it out. Wow. All right. I wanted to get the hammer, but I just can't find it at the moment. So I will try to use something a little bit heavy to push this piston in so that the block can come out. Okay. So the first thing, gradually, come look at this end. The piston is coming out gradually. This thing is so strong. On a norm, it would have been so easy to pull out when everything is all right here. Let's go further. Let's hit. Wow, and this thing is so tough. We are not done. We have no option than to pull it out. Let's see if we can lubricate it a little. So what we'll do now is just to add a little fuel to it. Now this fuel is mixed with engine oil. We add a little fuel to it. The intention of adding a little fuel to it is to make it easier to come out.
A few moments later.
All right. Wow, it's out already. The engine oil and fuel we added just now helped us to really pull it out. All right. This is the engine able to rotate at will. The engine rotating at will. Okay. But see what will happen now. We are going to change this piston. we will definitely change this piston. Why are we changing the piston? Because the surface of this piston has been affected. Are you getting me? Although we can decide to rework it again, probably just scratch the surface, do a bit of sandpapering on it, and then put it back, but it's not advisable. Sooner or later, it's going to affect the block again, and we are back to square one. So for that reason, we will be changing the piston as a whole. Let's take a look at the block. The block still have a little issues, but we'll do the job of sandpapering on it. That's what we'll do. So let's go get sandpaper for this.
A few moments later.
Okay guys, I just got the stuff we'll be needing for this generator. I got a brand new piston, and I equally got the block gasket and the top cylinder gasket, and I got sandpapers as well for sandpapering to smoothen out the internal parts of this block. All right, before I fix up, let me take off this piston, since we'll be fixing a new piston. Okay, first thing first, while looking at the piston, you will notice I'm struggling of taking it out anyway. I was struggling to take out this key. It's called the key. What it does is to keep the gudgeon pin and the basket bearing in position. Okay, take note of it. It's quite small. It's very necessary you fix it back when coupling. Okay, what I will do now is I'll try to take out this piston by taking out this gudgeon pin. Well, let's go. Tap it gently, not with force. Why are we tapping it gently? So we don't somehow destroy the connecting rod. However, if we feel it's strong, like I feel it's strong at the moment, I can just fix back the block so that it has a grip and it has where to hold itself. So when I hit the piston, it doesn't just go down. It has a block that holds it back in position. All right, I will hit with more force this time around. Let me use something thicker and bigger. It's not going in. The carbon there would not allow it going. So I'll continue with screwdriver and hit it slowly. All right, you can see it's out now from this other end, but it's now stuck with the screwdriver. So this is no big deal. Take it off gently. Okay. All right. See this now? This is it. We've taken off the bad piston. A critical look at the piston. If you see the piston, if you look at this particular end, you discovered it's been heated up and it has lost. Okay, let me get the screwdriver so we can see this properly. If you look at this particular end, you see mark, right? I hope the camera can capture it so well. You'll see mark. What happened here is that it's been heated up and this particular point lost its parts to this block. Okay, it lost part of this piston, this body to this block. So in that process of losing it, it becomes stiff. And again, let me explain this. I know most people will be asking, okay, why did this happen? Okay, what happened? Why did it happen? Why did the generator after usage got stuck like this? This is it. There are some persons, they don't mix the oil ratio to the fuel well. In fact, they don't even know the ratio of oil to fuel. And for this particular generator, It's a two-stroke generator that requires you to mix oil and fuel together. If you don't get it right, invariably oil will not get to this block properly. And what happens there is that when oil doesn't get there properly, it works iron to iron or aluminum to iron, as the case may be. And that affects the block sometimes, most times, and destroys the piston permanently. All right. Now we've taken off this. Okay, the piston, the block is out. What do we take out now? We take out the gudgeon or pin. All right. This done, we rotate the gen via the flywheel to see if perhaps there are some things happening to the flywheel or the engine we are not aware of. But as we can see now, the generator, the flywheel rotates the engine properly, and everything in this part of the engine is in proper condition. So what do? We just work on this. Now, before going to get this stuff I talked about, the piston, gudgeon pin, and the piston, sandpaper, and the rest, I did make mention of this particular block. Okay, knowing fully well that a lot happened between the piston and the block, we'll be sandpapering the block, so the new piston we'll be using will not get stuck because of particles still left on the block. Right now, what do? We'll get a little foil. We'll get a little foil from the tank. Okay, just a little foil from the tank. We just want to. Oh, okay, guys. I'm so sorry for what just happened. We actually were shooting this video and we didn't know why recording. The video has stopped. We stopped somehow. I don't just know how it happened, but it stopped recording. And for that reason, even after explaining deep down in my mind, I thought I had explained everything as regards cleaning this block. Of course, you see the block is shining now. That's because I've cleaned it. I cleaned it first with the rough sandpaper, and then I did with the smooth sandpaper. That's it for this block. I cleaned this properly just to make it look fresh, and I equally cleaned these pores as well, just to take off all carbons. Okay, let me just do it for those that didn't see it at first. Of course, I knew you didn't see it at first, my bad. Because we didn't record at first, let me just do it so you see it properly now. Okay, we just cleaned all the pores. All pores is necessary to clean them. Okay. So that's it. No big difference. No big difference with what we did earlier, but just so you have an idea of what exactly we did. Okay, this is it. Looking smooth and beautiful. And of course, if you look back, if you go back to the beginning of this video, you will see the top cylinder, this particular part, was very dirty and it has white carbon. Of course, we've cleaned it up now, and the looks way better than before. All right, good. What we need to do next now is to take off this this gasket, or packing, as some people want to call it. We'll take off this packing first. Take off this packing. Why are we taking it off? Because we would not want to fix an engine with an old packing, assume it's perfect, and at the end of the day we discover it leaks. Okay, just to make the surface better. Okay, before I continue, I still need to take off this gasket, the particles here. You know, this is connected to this part, so there are some particles that fell off at this end and some still at this end. Because I have a new one, I have confidence that if I take everything off, I just fix this and I continue coupling. All right. Okay, this is it. I've taken it off. All gasket particles are off. You see, there's one thing about this fixing of generators. We do make sure we avoid deaths by all means. Okay, that's done. What do we do next? That's done. We couple. How are we coupling? We're fixing back everything we initially lost, replacing the damaged ones and still fixing the ones that are still perfectly okay. Okay, trying to just soak it up with a little solvent, and in this case we are soaking it up with fuel. Okay, all right, and then the basket bearing, the one we took out from this place, we put it back, but this time we add engine oil to it. We soak it first in engine oil before fixing. Okay, we need it to be we need to be in good shape, properly lubricated. Wow, this is not entering well. Okay, I probably need to I think it's to force it in now to enter properly. Okay, it's in. All right, that's it. Then what do we do next? We fix the piston. This is a brand new piston. See it going in up and down with ease. Okay, we fix the rings. Okay, this will go inside this block now, and see, I just take cognizance of this arrow. Anytime you see a piston with an arrow going down, what that means is that goes, anytime you see a piston with an arrow like this, just know that position should go down, and what that means, that goes towards the exhaust. And this is the part of the block where the exhaust is connected. Okay, and then you insert now. Before inserting, I'm always big on adding lubricant to rinse. Okay, just add a little lubricant. Engine oil is our lubricant here, and then you insert. Okay, so done now. This is the piston going in. Because we sandpapered the block very well, you can see how easy it is for the piston and the rings to go in. Just imagine we didn't sandpaper it so well. You see how we're going to struggle with it. So that's the benefit of sandpapering. And now we fix the key to it. And before then, let me take off the gudgeon pin because the book. Oh, come, let me get that. They work hand in hand, okay? They work hand in hand. This is how it goes in, right? Then you pass the gudgeon pin through this point. And now, because you are passing the gudgeon pin through that point, you make sure this key at this other end is fixed first. It's not too difficult, but it's difficult. If you know the strategy to putting it in, you won't struggle with it, just like I didn't struggle with it now. Okay, just follow the pattern I used and it will be so easy for you. Okay, you insert now. Okay, you put it in, and please okay, now if you look carefully, what you do now, you tap it. Okay, you make sure it's coming out from, it's in, just make sure it's in the right position before tapping, so you don't end up damaging things. This is so well in the right position, and we need to tap gently. Okay, first thing first, let me explain something here. What I did was to put the piston, then pass the gudgeon pin from this side of the piston in. And what happens there, that gudgeon pin, when passed through, connects the connecting rod and the piston together. Okay, let's continue tapping. Okay, it's tapped successfully, but just to make it sit in properly before putting the gudgeon pin, not gudgeon pin this time, be key. Go. All right. Okay. Remember, before fixing the gudgeon pin, we did put this key at the other end, and now I'll be putting this at this end. The reason we do this is so it keeps the gudgeon pin, the basket bearing, and the piston in position. If you don't do this, you end up, probably you are like, let me just quickly fix this generator. I'm not going to put the key. But in the long run, for some reason, you will just damage your generator. So gently fix it. Do not be in haste, and don't be under pressure. Okay, if you have access to a nose plier, that will be equally better, because you will be able to and then after fixing, you rotate around to be sure the pin are seated very well in position. And then we have this. Okay, that's that. What do we do next? You remember initially when we lose the generator, it was difficult for us to rotate this. Now after sandpapering the block and fitting a brand new piston, we'll be able to rotate the generator easily. And now we'll put a brand new top cylinder gasket. And what else? After putting a brand new top cylinder gasket, we fix the top cylinder itself. Good. Remember how we loosed out our bolts? We fixed them in the same fashion, gently, never in haste. Okay. And some persons would ask, why do I like changing gaskets anytime I lose stuff like this? This is it. Sometimes you lose a gasket and you don't know it's bad. Physically examine it, probably examine it while in haste, and you discover the gasket is good. But when you fix it back in the engine, it turns out the gasket leaks, and that equally affects your generator. Just tight all the bolts gently, never in haste, never in haste. All right. All right. Having done that, we fix the exhaust just like we loosed it earlier. Before fixing the exhaust, just take cognizance of the exhaust gasket and make sure the exhaust gasket is still there. Okay. Okay. And we're tight. And now we fix the starter. Okay. After fixing all this, we just bring out the plug to see if the plug is in good shape. Then we start and see if we've successfully fixed this machine. Just wash it a little and okay. The aim is just to make sure there is no dirt between these two electrodes. And since there's no dirt, we couple or fix it back. Okay. Fix the tank now, allow enough fuel to go in, and we start to see if we've rectified and fixed this generator. We'll allow fuel going for some few seconds, let's say 30 seconds, then we start. Okay, let's go. Okay, you saw the machine come on just now, but didn't stay long. Let's kickstart again. All right, guys, our labor has not been in vain. We've been able to repair a stock generator, a generator that happens to be stuck because it's overheated. We've been able to fix and repair it. All right, that is it. If you have a situation like this at home, or your generator happens to stock after usage, you just know where to head to. Just to make this video very short, I will not wait to couple this before we end the video, because this happens to be one of our longest videos on this channel. I'm pretty sure of that. I am very sure. I'm very, very sure of that. And so that is it from us from today's class. We will meet in our next class. Do not forget to like, subscribe to this channel. Please share the link to friends and family. You can see me sweating. It's not easy. We really want you guys to have the best of quality generator teachings. Till meet in our next class, it's goodbye from us.